Close testing 13.2. New ships. For testing, the Soviet cruiser Togliatti. That sounds very Italian for a Soviet ship. The American cruiser Chesapeake. The German cruiser Pfalz. And the American submarine Balao test have been added to the game. Oh boy. American cruiser Chesapeake. What the fuck is that? Oh, they got videos. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is this? See, I will tell you, I actually look forward to Lesta's new ship announcements, because unlike EU, where they're kind of like, hey, here's a new fucking monetized carrier or something, or last one was some copy pasta tier 6s, it's crack. It's like, what the fuck is this? That's my first reaction. What am I watching? What the hell am I watching? One of the possible development options for the air defense cruiser project presented by the Bureau of Shipbuilding in October 18th, 1941. This option involves replacing the 2-gun universal mounts of 152mm guns with 3-gun ones. Okay. The cruiser's main armament consists of 15 152mm main battery guns located in 5 turrets. They have very high shooting accuracy at the level of the Elbing destroyer. Okay, holy shit. But rather long reload time by caliber standards and low armor penetration of HE shells. The guns have mounted ballistics, typical of American light cruisers. Okay. The ship has access to an alternative firing mode, series of salvos, which allows you to fire 3 salvos in a short period of time, but with shooting accuracy reduced to the standard for cruisers. That's still really accurate, though. In the alternative fire mode, the firing range of the main gun also increases by 20%. Wait, what? Okay. Interesting. The peculiarity of the ship is that the reload time in normal and alternative fire modes is the same. That is, the player has a choice. Fire 1 salvo with very high accuracy, or fire a series of salvos with standard spread and increased firing range. Okay. Wait, you got a normal and alternative. Or does it mean it says like the same DPM? I don't really understand. Similar to the other high-tier US light cruisers, the Chesapeake has good camouflage and air defense, but no torpedoes. The equipment is represented by Heel Hydro Defensive AA. Oh, no radar. God. 55.8k. What the fuck? It's a light cruiser? 55.8. That's more. That's way more. That's fucking 10% more than DM. Hello? What? Isn't that a lot? That's a lot of fucking health for a fucking light cruiser. God, really? Interesting. Okay. Where does that actually put this one? Hold on. Health. So, 55.8. That's Petro healthful. That's more than Yoda. That's more than Henry as well. Huh? That's a lot more than Hindenburg. Interesting. But if this is all, if this armor plating here is Citadel, chat, then this thing is gonna be one big floating Citadel. Just saying. .25mm plating, so entirely overmatchable. Torpedo belt is a joke, 3%. Main caliber is, wait, 17.1 km base range. Wait, that's before the gimmick that gives a 20% extra range. What the fuck? Wait, how much does range mode give these things again? Isn't it 16? It's 16. It's 16. Wait. Hold on. 17, 1 x 1.16 x the gimmick 23.4. It's 20%. Yeah, 20%. 23 point. Dude, this is a range mod boost. This is like my range orbital bombardment booster build, except without needing to build for it. This is my orbital booster. This is my meme made into a ship, chat. Orbital booster. Yeah, it literally is. Okay. HE projectile. Armor pen is 30. I mean, that's not bad. What? I thought it said it had bad pen, but 34 is pretty standard for 152s. 12% fire, that's pretty okay. Reload time, 10 seconds. Very fast turret traverse. Wow, 15 seconds. Incredible dispersion. 10-second reload. How bad is that? How bad is that? Hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Bunny's Bit. 60 months. That is a long ass time. 198k DPM in Elbing. 396k in burst. Okay, 198k with Elbing dispersion. Where does that put you? It puts you roughly at Nevsky. Nevsky DPM, but with incredible dispersion. I wonder how good that gimmick is gonna be if you load AP and target turrets. Because I think like you might be able to overwhelm, especially squishier turrets on enemy ships. You might be able to overwhelm them just with sheer weight of fire and accuracy. We'll see. But it might be okay. Like, you might actually be a light cruiser that can destroy turrets with the sheer amount of accuracy. Because you're going to put so many shells on target. We'll see. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Series of salvos. Okay, so main battery reload is 10% as well. Wait, the interval between salvos 2.5. The number of salvos is 3. How the fuck does this work? So wait, does it shoot 3 salvos and then wait 10 seconds and then you can shoot 3 salvos again? I think that's what they mean. This seems insanely powerful then. Yes, that's what it means. That's insanely powerful then. That's a lot of deep. What was it? 398. What was it? 396 or 398k? It'll double your DPM basically. 396k DPM. So you can double your DPM basically permanently by running this mode. 396. What? Wait, what? 396 HE DPM. You got more DPM than a Smolensk. Okay, that's kind of fucking terrifying. Oh, you won't have Smolensk ballistics though, but still, booster is 344. This is 396. And keep in mind, of course, the higher the base value, the more benefit you get from skills and modules because they're percentage based. So running like shit like heavy HE and reload buff and stuff, you're gonna get really obscene fucking damage numbers on this thing. It's gonna be insane at starting fires with the 12% fire chance. This one doesn't bring radar, no, but you add in AR, percentage-based buff, you add in reload mod, percentage-based buff, you add in just the raw HE, the heavy HE, which is once again percentage-based on raw DPM, and you're gonna get some completely insane damage numbers with incredible fire chance as well. Okay, what the fuck? The range, I think, is kind of a useless gimmick, because if it's Worcester ballistics, you're not gonna hit anything. How do you pronounce this ship? I say Chesapeake, but I don't know if that's correct. Some American names are, you never know. I say Chesapeake, might be correct, might be wrong. It's correct? Okay. Some American places, you literally have to know the pronunciation. Like, there's no rules or there's no language rules that define the name. You just have to know the name. That's the way it works. Like, there's no logic behind it. Like, if there was logic, then, for example, Kansas. Okay? If there's Kansas, then the other place should be Arkansas. But it's not. It's Arkansas. And the only way you know that is if you know it. There's no rule behind it. So there's a lot of these peculiarities, especially in American namings of ships, where you have to know. You can't just deduce. Worcester and Rochester? Yeah, I know. New Orleans? Yeah, and also Des Moines, but Detroit instead of Detroit. Because Detroit is French as well, but it's not pronounced French, it's pronounced Detroit. It's like, it should be Detroit. If Des Moines is Des Moines, then Detroit should be Detroit, but it's Detroit. It's like, yeah, you just have to know. That's the thing. So English is a very difficult language. But yeah, no, this thing seems really nuts. Thank you, Fishig, for the 12 months. Hmm. Okay, bomb airstrikes, 8 km range. Air defense, okay, you should have a lot of AA, right? Mid range, 567, 4 km range, that's pretty good. Oh, it's got 6.9 km flak with 6 flak. That might be pretty good. That might be pretty good with 90% accuracy. 1.9k alpha as well. English is simple, American English is hard. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say I would never ever call English simple. Like even English itself has a lot of heavy question marks. One of my favorite is Pacific Ocean. There's 3 seas in Pacific Ocean, and every single sea is pronounced differently. Good luck explaining that to someone who isn't fluent in the English language. Pacific Ocean. 3 different pronunciations of the same letter. All right, 33 knots. 820. That's not too bad. Rudder shift is pretty brutal for a light cruiser, though. That's pretty brutal for light cruiser. But speed 33, visibility 11.9. Wait, you're actually going to get pretty good conceal on this. You pronounce half of the written word in French. Yeah, I mean, French has a lot of exceptions. 9.6 conceal. That's pretty nice. It's extra bad mostly for me because I'm Finnish. And the Finnish language, the way it works is we pronounce a word exactly as it's written. No exceptions ever. If it's written like this, you pronounce every goddamn letter in the word. That's the way Finnish works. So if you can read Finnish, you can basically talk Finnish just by following along what you're reading. So with all these exceptions and different pronunciations, it becomes hard. Okay, whatever. Emergency command, standard DCP, standard heal, defensive AA, and Hydra. Different slots. Okay. But no radar, no speed boost. So it's going to be pretty slow, pretty clunky, but it shits out a ton of damage. I think it might be quite huge with a big sit, but it also got a fair bit of health on it, and it's quite stealthy, and it's got strong AA. It might be interesting, honestly, this one. It might be interesting, this one. The famous smoothie example. Yeah, no, smoothie is one of my favorite examples of Finnish pronunciation. Basically, smoothie, everyone knows what a smoothie is. Like, you crush a bunch of berries or whatever fruits and you have a drink. That's a smoothie. But in English, you pronounce a smoothie. You cut off the E. But in Finnish, we have taken smoothie as a loan word. We've taken it as a loan word into the Finnish language. And we know exactly how the start goes, smoothie. But because there's an E at the end of the word, when you pronounce smoothie in Finnish, you say smoothie. There's an E there. We need to pronounce it. So smoothie is smoothie. Guaranteed. And that happens to every single word that ever gets incorporated into Finnish. If it's written a certain way, we will pronounce every single letter of it. Smoothie. Yeah, smoothie. There's an E there, so you better believe we're going to pronounce it. No silence, yeah. We also don't have any sh sounds in Finnish, so shit like PlayStation becomes PlayStation because we don't have sh sounds, so many can't pronounce them at all. So it is what it is. The Finnish language is the anti-French language, basically. Okay. Humphrey's White Elephants was the USS Chesapeake. Okay. We gave this famous frigate a fast cruiser with impressive firepower. Okay. Sorry, we got very distracted. Oh, Togliatti, not Tolgatti. Interesting. No, maybe it's supposed to be Togliatti. Oh, now it's Togliatti. Okay. A hypothetical development option. Oh, I love when devlogs start like this. A hypothetical development option. This is when you know there's been a lot of hypothetical. you know they're gonna have on this one. I love when they fucking do this. A hypothetical development option for heavy cruiser projects developed by the Italian company Ansaldo for Spain. Huh? This option combines the features of the Anti-Projecto Preliminar 8203, 4 203mm gun mounts, and Anti-Projecto Preliminar 1252, 4 3-gun artillery mount projects. If such a ship had been built for the Italian fleet, then after World War II, it would have been transferred as reparations to the Soviet Union. It makes perfect sense, chat. If such a ship had been built by the Italian fleet, then after World War II, it would have been a Soviet ship. So, might as well make it the Soviet ship from the start. Perfect logic. Perfect logic. Clear as muddy water. But except it was developed for Spain, that is irrelevant. That is irrelevant. Togliatti is an analog of Brindisi, but has different characteristics. During testing, the Soviet cruiser will have an Italian model, but in future updates, it will acquire its own. I guess they're gonna make a new cruiser model out of it. They're just testing it now. The new cruiser model will have a different air defense composition, which is why its strength will be slightly less than that of Brindisi. Its strength will be slightly like that. The Togliatti's armament is similar to that of the Brindisi, but instead of the semi-armor piercing shells typical of Italian cruisers, landmines are used. Wait, how do you... What? How do you replace sap with landmines? What? Instead of the anti-air guns, Yamato shells will be used. Like, sorry, what? Sorry, what? Excuse me? It's a translation error. It's supposed to be HE. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. that makes a lot more sense. That certainly makes a lot more sense. The fucking crew lobbing out landmines from the fucking turrets. Okay, so instead of SAP, it will have HE. The guns have a long reload time, but ballistics, thanks to the short flight time of the projectiles, makes it easier to fire over long distances. Another distinctive feature of the Togliatti is the presence of a search radar, with characteristics similar to the radar of the cruiser Dmitry Donstv's, a 12 km Soviet radar. High visibility and rather weak armor in comparison with classmates are compensated by good speed and maneuverability. The equipment is represented by repair team, radar, defensive AA, or spotter. Okay. Funny that we didn't hesitate to think they'll really do that. No, I mean it's a Lesta devlog. I mean at this point anything is possible. After that secondary Montana that heals and shoots has Kremlin turrets with improved pen angles. After that, I'm willing to believe anything they write. Like they might do it. I have no doubts. Okay, 44.8k, 21% torpedo belt. Wait, 4x free. 12 guns. What's Brindisi guns? Where's my Brindisi? It's just a Brindisi clone right now? I think it's just a Brindisi clone right now. So it's basically gonna be a Brindisi clone. It's the same health polygon? 44.8 I think is the upgraded health. So I guess it's gonna be a clone while they test it. 17.9 cam range. That's really good. Really fast HE. 15-second reload, 25% traverse. Oh, airstrikes? Not ship-based ASW. 2x4 8 cam torps, 56 knots. That's pretty trash, but okay, so it has the shit Italian AA now, but this was not supposed to be a thing. Maximum speed is 36.7 knots. That seems really fast. Also, really fast turning circle. 36.7 with a speed blink? 38.5. Wait, did they say to make the AA even worse? The new cruiser model will have a different air defense composition, which is why its strength will be slightly less than the... Oh, really? Holy. How does that make any sense? Because if they give it Soviet AA, in World of Warship, Soviet AA is like one of the best AAs. We'll see. We'll see. AA is junk speed. Visibility for ships 15.5. That's not very good. So this is honestly this. So until they get a new model for it, this is just a copy pasta Brindisi with better range, HN radar and no smoke. I don't know if that's gonna be particularly fun to play because Brindisi is super squishy. Depends on what kind of armor the new hull will have. 12 cam radar at 25. This one seems very underwhelming. Oh, what the fuck is this? Uh-oh. What the? That's a Bayern. But like, they said a 12-gun Bayern. $12-gun Bayern at tier... Scottish music, that's from me. That's my Spotify. I don't understand how. It went to Scotland the Brave after I put it to play Hunt for the Red October. Okay, yeah. No, we've seen it. Interesting. Oh. Hello? Sorry? Thank you. Hypothetical modernization project for a Bayern-class battleship. This option involves replacing two gun mounts with 380mm guns with... Oh, yeah. Okay, with 3-gun 283. I thought it was going to have 380s. I was like, holy shit. But they gave it Scharnhorst guns. Okay. 12 Scharnhorst guns in 4 turrets and 9 single-tube torpedo tube located below the waterline with firing torpedoes like those of British... What? 4 torpedo tubes are located on the sides and 1 is located in the bow. The main battery has a high rate of fire. The ship also has a long-range secondary gun with increased armor penetration. Thus has good protection from HE shells and camo, but low combat effectiveness. Okay, this thing seems like an insane brawler. What? Underwater torp tubes that you can't break. Torps in the bow and on the sides. So it's 4 per side, I think. And then 1 in the bow. And it's got secondaries as well. Strong secondaries. And if it's Bayern armor scheme, you can't citadel this thing ever. In fact, Bayern has really fucking good armor. Like, Bayern armor could literally be hit easily up-tiered. Easily. Like, it's insane armor. Where's Bayern? Like, this is Bayern armor. Huge icebreaker. 30mm is plenty at tier 7. I mean, some will overmatch, but... No, the only thing that overmatch is like Musashi. That's really strong. No, wait, 30mm, who will overmatch? Sun Yat-sen, 457s will overmatch. That's not a whole lot at this tier. Georgia. Yeah, it's not a whole lot of ships that are gonna overmatch this thing. But like besides that, 40mm deck armor. This thing is tanky as hell. The biggest issue with the Bayern is that it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. But if they suddenly give it a lot of damage as well, like the Citadel is unhittable. The Turtleback is so strong, it's unhittable. Although, well, once again, overmatchers can do it. So only really tier 9s will be able to touch this thing. Ship characteristics. 51.4k health. Okay, that's pretty good for tier 7. Is that more than Odin? I'm not sure. Tier 6? No, it's tier 7. Isn't that more than Odin? $26 plating. Looks like the same armor. 23 torpedo belt. Okay, 12 guns. Charnot guns. 18.6. That's not bad at all. Fast HE. Pretty fast AP as well. 26-second reload. Wait, hold on. What? Like what? That's pretty good, isn't it? Let's see. In Germany. Better range than better range than Bayern. Better range than Zieten and Brandenburg. It's almost the Schonhorst 43 range. Interesting, but 26-second reload on this many guns? Yeah, 36-second reverse, 1.8 Sigma. That's pretty nice. Honestly, these guns might be pretty good. We'll see. Because, like, it's going to be a heavy broadside for this tier. Especially if you push into Brawl. Lack of overmatch is a big issue, of course. Ranged is W. Torpedo armament, here we go. 600mm torps. 15k torps. 14.6k torps. 6k range. I mean, you use them in Brawling. You'll use them in Brawling, if anything. But being able to launch a nose-in torp and then turn and you use 4 broadside torps is pretty nice. Especially since they're all underwater, so they can't be broken. How do you divide 9 to 2 ship sides? It's got 4 and 4 and 1 in the bow. Okay, secondary 6.3 km range. Wonder what the pen is. 150mm guns. Is it gonna have German? Wait, this is gonna have German quarter pen. It said improved pen angles. Increased armor pen, so it's gonna have quarter pen, isn't it? Isn't it? That's 42. It's gonna have 42mm pen on these. That's really strong. 26mm on these and 42 on these. Which means it's gonna pen other battleships that have 26mm armor without needing to spec IFHE. Or is it 38? Oh yeah, you're right, 38, my bad. But still, it's gonna be 26 and 38, which is gonna be enough to pen other BBs without specing IFHE. That's really strong. 10% fire chance as well on these. 6.3 km range. But you'll probably build a bit. How much can you get out of this? You'll build what? You'll build the 2. You'll build the flag. You'll build the module and the captain perk. 9.5? That's pretty nice. AA is tragic. Well, actually, it's 5 flak. It's not. I've seen worse, but it's still pretty bad. You're gonna get fucked for sure. 25 knots. So that's the big downside. 25 knots is the big downside. But 13.9 rudder isn't that bad. 13.4 conceal. Oops, shit. You build. You can actually only build 1 concealment thing, so you can get 12 can conceal. You will try to get brisk on this thing for sure. You will try to get brisk to compensate for this. But 25 at tier 7 is probably not that bad. Where does that put you? Let's see, where's speed? I mean, worst things exist, like California, I'll out. So 25, you'll be the speed of Nugget, honestly. That's not, I mean, it's not good, but you can compensate. It could be California. Luckily, it's not. 25 isn't great, but it's not going to be that bad. Also, the rudder shift was what, 13? Wasn't it 13 something? 13.9. It's really good for the tier then. It's really good for the tier. You get DCP and standard heal. Okay. Think you're surprised how few tier 7s are under 25? Yeah, true. Okay, interesting. This thing looks pretty strong. It looks like a brawler that can actually brawl. Okay, Mariana. American Submarine Balao test. Uh-oh. We're currently working on various concepts for possible changes to the gameplay of submarines to improve the experience and make playing with and against them clearer and fairer. To test such concepts, the American Tier 10 Balao test has been added to the game. It is an analog of Balao, but with different performance characteristics. Now we want to test one of the options for combating the so-called shotgun. When a submarine floats up near the ship and fires a large number of torpedoes at point-blank range, almost guaranteed to cause significant damage. This method of attack, although it allows you to quickly inflict significant damage, is very dangerous for the submarine, and it often itself receives significant damage. However, this is always a very negative experience for a ship being attacked by a submarine, so we want to find a way to make shotgun even less attractive and more difficult to implement for submarines, so that it's less likely to be encountered in battles. To achieve this, the arming range of Balao test torpedoes have been increased to 4 km. This was all they needed to do on EU as well. Change the arming distance. This was all they needed to do on EU as well. But instead they did their whole dynamically scaling fucking damage and dynamically scaling range and all this fucking speed bullshit. This was all they needed to do to fix it. Just change the arming range. That's it. That's like a guaranteed you can't shotgun within 4 km now. It's impossible. Thus, attack ships will always have a significantly more time to react and evade an attack. But at the same time, the submarine gained very high maneuverability, thanks to which it can very quickly change directions of movement, but with a large loss of speed during maneuvers. She has also additional access to the torpedo reload acceleration. Consumable. We celebrated too early. At the same time, due to the small number of loaders in Balao, activating the equipment will speed up the reloading of only half of the torpedo acceleration. Okay. TRB Balao. I mean, you can still smash them at 4.1 kilometers. And that doesn't change. You can still like sit closer than any Shima ever could and launch single targets and smash you. So, yeah. Because, like, this is, like, probably one of the bigger issues. The fact that these torps are so fucking fast. 13.6k, 69 knots. Yep. Also, 30 knots, underwater 26. So, wait, 220 meter turning circle? Huh? What? Huh? Sir? 220. Like, even EU subs right now only reach 310 on the minted shit like the Germans. 220. That's like less than half of a Sims turning circle. A Sims is the most agile DD in the game. What the fuck? The sub is 91 meters long, so you can literally do like... What the fuck? What the fuck? Holy shit. Emergency repair. Nice direction finder. Oh yeah, this shit hasn't been nerfed on Russia yet. They haven't nerfed the fucking hydrophone thing. Acceleration of torpedo reloading. Sheesh. Belts and Chesapeake commemorative flags. Okay. Got that. Holy shit. Holy shit. Well, that was certainly a dent blog and a half, chat. That was certainly a dent blog and a half. Holy shit. Now people ask me which developer is more dented. I'm like, bro, how can you possibly choose? They both look like a fucking skateboarding ramp. I don't understand. Like, it's I don't know. At such a turn radius, the whole crew would be pressed in the null. You imagine doing 30 knots and then turning in 220 meters on a ship that's 91 meters long. Like, holy fuck. The crew needs to be strapped in with seatbelts to the hull, because otherwise they're gonna go fly. I wonder how many G's that actually is when they turn on that thing.